Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Design and Style podcast, a podcast for designers by designers. And I'm your co-host, Rachel, with Rachel Moriarty Interiors. And I have with me the lovely Dixie
With
of
Dixie Willard Design.
Dixie Willard Design. Welcome, welcome.
Yay.
We're not exactly taking like a listener question, but we kind of are, huh?
Kind of, yeah.
Let me just pull up a little something. So I got a message, a personal message from a designer, and it basically said that she was really stuck in the direction of her business, and she was stuck in the space where she couldn't figure out who she was, who her company is, and then what to do even if she did know what all that was. So she, she was really, that's not a great space to be in. I mean, I know I've been there, even in this short journey, I've had different iterations of my business, and every time there's this transition, don't you kind of like have that same?
Oh, yeah. Anytime something new comes up and you have to kind of twist a little bit, you got to figure out who you are all over again.
Yeah. You're like, who am I with this piece as well,
Right.
So the interesting part was this designer and I have been in a coaching group, one of the first coaching groups I was in. Actually, you were in the same group. And since I think 2014, 15, so we're in 2017 now. And I had her send me, I said, of course I'll help you. Send me your website. And then as I went to her website, I thought, I don't really know her. Like, I've known her for 3 years, and we've been engaging online, and we've been in several groups together. And then I just started thinking, like really trying to like wrap my brain to be able to help her. And I was thinking, I don't know who she is as a designer. I don't know her work. I don't know her her only or her differentiator. And then I started, and then I went into her website and I saw that not only is she a designer, but she's a stager. And I'm like, how did I not know she was a stager? Like that.
Yep.
And then I started digging in, and she had a big, beautiful body of work on her website that is not being shared. So I just thought that it would be great to address this. I know we've talked about visibility before, but I don't think we can talk about it enough.
Actually. I don't think that we can, because it's not just a one-time thing. It's a constant thing. So,
and I think that people do that. Like, they'll say, well, I posted something, I posted a blog post, or I posted a project. I go back through my Dropbox, and I repackage stuff all the time, because I have people that are following me now that didn't see that I posted a project 3 years ago or whatever, and I bring it, and then with the new tools and apps that I have, I refresh it and then put a new twist on it and then put it out again.
I love seeing your new stuff I've seen before. It's fun.
And only you, because you are very
Nobody
closely
stalks
aligned.
you like I do, Rachel.
Nobody stalks me. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know your stuff, you know mine. But it's funny, because even people that I've been friends with are like, hey, it's a great project. And I'm like, guess I didn't see it when I posted it 2 years ago.
Right.
So that's one of the things that was interesting. So I thought that would be a great topic to talk about, because you need to be seen on however that is for you. For me, it's video, podcasting, blogging, and I have a new thing to put under. I'm going to be an author as well. So,
excited.
However it is that is comfortable for you, you have to put yourself out there, and even uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say,
and comfortable and uncomfortable. Like, let's start with comfortable. Because you don't have to. you can, I talked to somebody I talked to somebody this weekend, another artist, another stylist out of New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, she was talking about my videos and how I put myself out there. And she said, well, you're in a good headspace. And I said, no, 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 no. I work on that,
Right.
and she and I have been friends since we were in high school. And I have a very cutting, bitey, cynical side to me, And I was like, my true nature
Right.
more than anybody, because you knew me before I had the tools to control that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Or to soften the edges of that.
Uh-huh.
I still am very witty and sharp, but it used to have a lot more negativity underlying it. You know what I mean? And so it was funny that you can start without being in a headspace. You can be visible and work on, you don't have to wait. When I'm positive, then I'll put myself out.
Right.
Or when I'm pretty and 10 pounds lighter, I'll put myself out. When I'm, whatever. I mean, whatever
Yep.
the thing is. Um, that's what triggered this whole conversation, was this private message that I received. And I helped her. And, I think it takes having somebody see you, because I'm looking at, I sent her a thing back, and I recreated some of the work that she had on her website, and I, put her little photo on, and I did this is how I would do it if I were you.
Right.
Um, because sometimes you need somebody to see you when you're in the weeds.
You're way too
You
close to it at
can't,
that
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. You
Mm-hmm.
can't, all is the thoughts in your head, and, you've got all this stuff. Everything seems overwhelming. And it does take somebody coming in from the outside to go, you got it going on. Like, I was literally like, oh my gosh, this work is beautiful. Your
Uh-huh.
staging's great. Your projects are great. Like, I would be, share. I'm like, share, 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 share. And then she had some beautiful photos of herself. And I was just like, wow, and it shouldn't have been the first time in 3 years I had visited her website,
Right.
So, um, online visibility, that's my thing. That's my easy lane.
That's your
That's the
easy lane
thing.
and my tough lane.
That's my comfort. My comfort
Mm-hmm.
is, and what's comfortable for you, which is what we love about this podcast, is you're way more comfortable on the in person than I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now saying I'm comfortable
No,
with
no,
in
no.
person is not
No, no, no.
necessarily more comfortable in person than online.
I think that you make the effort more
Right.
in person than you do
Exactly.
online.
I've
Not that
I've
you're
had a
not
little bit more
online.
time to work on what I need to do in person, and it's already started clicking for me. For me, the online stuff is still, I know what I need to do. I'm just not
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah,
doing it consistently yet,
yeah,
and there's still that little bit of discomfort of saying, "Hey, look at this. Look at what I
yeah.
did." For me, that is
Which is insane, because I'm just thinking about the response you got from that last thing that you did
right.
with all the, that was amazing.
That table, and it got a ton of
And that
response.
built in, you did that really
Yeah.
cool built in too.
So for me, it sounds silly sometimes, but that is so hard for me. In person though, I've worked to that point. Now, 5 years ago, I would never have gone to a networking event ever. But I do it now, and I don't do it because it's my favorite thing to do, and I sure as heck don't do it because it's 7 o'clock in the morning and that's my favorite time of day.
Right, right.
Because
Oops, I
not.
keep dropping my pen. Sorry. If you keep hearing this weird noise,
Quit that.
Benadryl's kicking in.
Yeah. But I do it because I know that that's what I need to do. And one of the things that I know about doing stuff in person, I hate to go to things by myself, but I know that if I don't,
You're not going to talk to
I'm not going to
anybody.
talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's those extra connections that you make. You meet somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody else. And I will tell you, I had a client a couple of weeks ago who when I was talking to her, said, oh, we might need your help with my daughter's house too. She's looking to buy a house and the kitchen's going to need to be updated if she gets it. And by the way, she mentioned you to the realtor who said, yeah, I've seen her at the chamber.
There you
So
go. And when somebody hears about you a couple of times, doesn't
right.
that just, when, like, I know if I hear a book, if I hear it 3 times, I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get the book. Like if I hear about a designer or a hairdresser or somebody like a couple of times, I'm like, okay, I obviously need to know this person.
It's an automatic know, like, trust factor just from showing up. Literally. I don't know that I've ever talked to that realtor.
But it's
I remember that I did, but
online.
It's
exactly
see, that's what I need to remember. It's just showing up and being there so that people can go, yeah, I saw you.
Yeah. And I had the same experience. So this weekend there was a party and my husband and I were supposed to go together. But my daughter was sick on Friday and my son was gone. And so one of us he had to stay home. And I was like, this could be any opportunity. I don't go to somebody's party to like, hey, but you know what? I do it to, again, go a little bit against my grain.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just to drive your point home, if I go by myself, I'm going to talk to way more people than I will because I don't want to be the girl standing in the corner.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I go with my husband, I'll just, we could look completely normal and we could like,
yep.
I just was pretending I was petting my husband
for
iTunes listeners.
It's kind of funny.
But it's like he could be my like security blanket.
But I think that people who see other people who go out and network in person or are visible online just assume that you're good at it and you like it and enjoy it. And we've had this conversation before, but you and I are both introverts. I'm an extreme introvert.
Oh, we are both awkward.
I
awkward
fight
turtles.
Every fiber, yeah.
Awkward turtles.
And I would like to be inside my turtle shell.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. With the Netflix, as long as you have Netflix inside the turtle shell.
Yes. Oh, that would be perfect. Perfect. And mine you'd have to put inside of a bubble, but that's a whole different story. But just because you are an introvert is not an excuse to not do it. It's sucking it up and going out there and saying, hey, hi.
And then what I take
and a hello really goes a long way.
A long way. And then what I do, if there are any introverts out there listening, I put on my loudest outfit. I put on my biggest statement necklace. I put on the, bracelets and whatever, because I know that I'm going to be like at the food line or, you know what I mean? At the food line.
Yeah.
At the, at the bar, at the, whatever buffet. And someone's going to say something and they're going to strike up a conversation with me. And, I am not good at striking up conversations. I'm terrible at it. I'm talking about awkward turtle.
Yeah.
So my antidote is to just pull out all this stuff. And then inevitably someone says something about, I love your rings. I love your, scarf. I always tell people it's my antidote to moving through the world as an introvert. So,
well, that's actually mine is joining BNI. Well, that's what everybody's there for. Everybody's doing it. It's not awkward because that's
the purpose. That's
going
what you
to
signed
the chamber.
up for.
I don't have to start conversations. I didn't want to start conversations at the chamber. So when I found out that they had a space for an ambassador, I have a name tag that says Dixie Willard Chamber Ambassador.
I want a name tag.
I just got it. I had to work hard for that. They don't just give them to everybody. You have to earn it.
Ooh.
I know. But I've got this name tag and there's just something about having that easy, hey, I'm one of the chamber ambassadors. How are you?
Oh my gosh.
How's it going for you with the chamber? I have a built-in conversation starter, which I don't have to think about it. That's just my go-to. I meet somebody at the chamber. Hey, are you new? Have you been here? And I'm a greeter a lot, as much as I can volunteer for that. For like the coffee.
Great.
And yeah. because then people see you every time.
Yeah. If you're by the alcohol or the coffee,
Uh-huh.
people
Or
got to know
even
you.
the fishbowl where everybody has to drop their
Their
business
card.
cards in
Yes.
to win a prize. If you're
Yes.
sitting there reminding them, they're going to remember you.
Yes. Yes. That's great. So I went to this party and it was getting into the party and this man walked in and it was somebody I recognized. He was a local artist and he had had a book launch and I had gone to his book launch and got, an autographed copy and all that stuff.
Ooh.
And he came up and said hello and he said, I've been thinking about you. Like I'm even trying to remember how long ago that book launch was. Like, I
Wow.
know it's been like within the last year, but more towards a year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's saying, and I was like, really? And he said, yeah, you do interior design, right? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, I'm thinking of opening this store. And what he wants to do is functional art. So I don't
Ooh.
know if you saw, I did a blog post on, there's a Dolce & Gabbana and Smeg are doing, those mixers,
Yes.
and it's all art. It's a beautiful, like art on the outside of them. They're doing toasters. They're doing like countertop appliances, but
Uh-huh.
they look like art.
Nice.
And that's what he wants to do is some functional art. He wants,
Yeah.
so anyway, I was like, so I had my phone. I go, look at I wrote a blog post like 3 weeks ago about this. And he was like, oh my gosh, you get it. Like he had been,
Right.
I guess, talking to people about it, but nobody was getting it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I literally wrote a blog post about this. So it was so funny. Like I would have never connected. And then, so I told him there's a new coffee house that just opened. That's all these artists. They do these gallery showings there. It's just perfect for me. I can be there and be weird and take my journal and just like people
Isn't it fun
watch
when there
and,
are other weird people
other
too?
weird, it's like all these weird people. And I said, well, we of course exchanged information. I said, if you ever want to find me, I'll be down at the Nest. The
Mm-hmm.
place is called the Nest. And so I walked into the Nest yesterday to get an iced coffee, and he was sitting in there.
What?
Because he teaches yoga, like, right. So it was just weird how it connected me going to
Uh-huh.
this party connected me back with this artist. And then he ended up going to this local place just opened like 2 weeks ago. And, and so we all start talking, and it was just a really fun, all from an awkward in-person party that I made myself go to.
It's
And
amazing the
now,
connections that
now
happen.
it was fun. And then it was just like fun, you know?
So what I just need to tell myself is the things that I already know how to do in person, I
Yes.
just need to do online. And you,
Yes.
my dear, need to remember how successful that party was for you.
I know. You're right.
Now,
So
before we wrap up, can we just address some of the things that make us hide visibility
go
wise?
ahead. Go ahead, Dixie. You start.
Okay. If you're watching the video, you can see what is my issue today. If you're just listening, my face is completely broken out with hives. And yet I'm still on this
Yeah.
video. I'm going to post the video all over the place. I will show you a picture of the difference between what I look like on the website and what I look like right now. I will include that in the show notes. Don't let things like that keep you from going out there and doing stuff. There's always going to be something. Your hair is going to be frizzy one day, or the lighting's going to look like crap. It's dreary here today, and I have a face that only a mother could love. But you can't let that stop you.
We have heard we have heard
Every
I can't
excuse in
do
the book.
video, my foundation, or it's cloudy. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we have heard so many of the craziest
Which
ways that
really is just an excuse to not do it. Now, I'm not saying I am at least dressed professionally.
I'm not even
Not
dressed
that kind of
professionally. It's like hot in San Diego right now.
Well, it's nice here.
It is hot.
You still look hot
I didn't
yourself, my
even
dear.
I did. It's like one of those nights where you're just like it's muggy and your legs in and out
Yeah.
and in and out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
horrible. So yeah. So don't let the thing is, if a client hired you, you would show up at their
Right.
door with hives and you know
You
what I mean
can't
or
call
whatever.
in ugly. There
You
is
can't
no
call in
such
ugly.
thing as an ugly day off. I've tried.
There should be.
I know.
I never thought of that.
I just have a mask that I can put up in front of my face for
Yeah.
days
Oh, that
like
would be fun. Um, yeah, so definitely make yourself visible online. I'm going to say
Mhm.
if you can do videos, do videos. If you can't, put your face with your work. So I had created some like Facebook posts for this designer where I pulled her work off of her website and then I just put an inset of her on top. I just layered her.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think not enough designers stand in front of their work.
Yeah.
They hide behind the laptop. They think, oh, my projects are going to talk for me. That'll speak for itself. No, 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 no. You at least got to stand next to your work, but really you need to be in front of you.
Mhm.
You're the one that people are going to be buying from. You're the business. You're the brand.
So I think we need to have a visibility challenge
In the group.
in the group.
Okay.
In the Design and Style podcast group on Facebook, I'm declaring it here and now. We are going to have a
Yes.
visibility challenge.
By the time this launches next Tuesday,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
We'll put together a challenge
We will.
in the group. So need to go join the group.
That's right. Which is actually the perfect opportunity for me to say this has been a fabulous and fun episode of Design and Style. And you can find us online. Hey, check out our Facebook group. We are at facebook.com/design and style nope. Hang on. It's one of those days. Normally I have no problem.
Rewind.
Let's go back a little bit. Facebook.com/groups/design and style podcast. Or if I have just totally confused you, just go to our website, designandstyle.club, not .com, .club, and you can find the links to our Facebook on there.
Absolutely.
So thanks so much, guys, and we will see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.